Let's face it, we all love open-world games, but there's something magical about linear masterpieces. The ones where you don't get lost in a massive map, but instead, you're driven down a tight, focused path where every moment feels impactful. Today, I'm counting down 10 perfect linear games that you absolutely must experience. These games don't just tell stories, they make you live them. Starting off our list at number 10, we've got Plague Tale: Innocence. This game puts you in the shoes of Amisha and her younger brother Hugo, navigating a plague-ridden France while trying to escape the horrifying Inquisition soldiers. The setting is dark, atmospheric, and incredibly immersive. What makes Plague Tale Innocence special is its gripping narrative, focusing on the siblings' bond and their struggle for survival in a world overwhelmed by disease and death. The game uses stealth mechanics, often forcing you to hide from enemies or use the environment to your advantage, which builds constant tension. With incredible visuals and a moving story, it's a journey that's both heartbreaking and exhilarating. But the real magic comes in the way you feel for Amisha and Hugo, seeing them grow stronger as they face the harshest of circumstances. If you love emotionally charged adventures, Plague Tale: Innocence should be on your radar. At number 9, we've got Dishonored 2, a game that lets you pick between two characters, the Empress's daughter, Emily Caldwin, or the supernatural assassin Corvo Attano. Set in the beautifully grim world of Dunwall, this game thrives on its choice-based gameplay. What sets Dishonored 2 apart is its stunning level design. Each mission feels like a mini-puzzle that you can tackle in multiple ways, whether it's with stealth, combat, or magical abilities. The world feels alive, and every choice you make ripples through the game, influencing not just the outcome, but how you approach each situation. The level of creativity and freedom given to the player is incredible. You can use powers to teleport, slow time, or even possess enemies. The narrative is rich with betrayal, political intrigue, and a desperate fight for the throne. If you haven't experienced this one yet, it's a must-play for anyone who loves intricate, well-designed worlds and player agency. Next up, at number 8, Spec Ops: The Line. At first glance, it looks like your standard military shooter, but oh, it's so much more. Set in a post-apocalyptic Dubai, you play as Captain Martin Walker, sent to investigate a mission gone wrong. But what starts as a typical military operation soon unravels into a psychological nightmare. What makes Spec Ops: The Line so captivating is its story, a brutal, emotional journey about the horrors of war. The narrative plays with your expectations, slowly revealing the true cost of violence. You'll question your actions and the morality of the decisions you make throughout the game. The gameplay itself is intense and visceral, but it's the twists and gut-punching moments that really make this game stick with you. If you love stories that dive deep into the human psyche and challenge your beliefs, Spec Ops: The Line delivers an unforgettable experience. Coming in at number 7, Dead Space Remake. This remake of the classic survival horror game takes everything great about the original and enhances it with modern graphics and refined mechanics. Set aboard the abandoned USG Ishimura, you play as engineer Isaac Clarke, trying to survive a terrifying alien outbreak. The atmosphere of Dead Space is one of its biggest strengths. The game does a fantastic job of keeping you on edge with limited resources, claustrophobic environments, and horrific enemies. The tension never lets up, and the visuals in the remake make every corner of the Ishimura feel like it's crawling with danger. The intense combat combined with an eerie, immersive world makes this an essential for horror fans. If you love being scared out of your wits while trying to survive, Dead Space Remake is a must-play. And if you've never experienced it, now's the perfect time. At number 6, we have Detroit: Become Human, a narrative-driven game that focuses on the rise of artificial intelligence in a near-future Detroit. You control 3 different androids, Kara, Connor, and Marcus, each with their own unique perspective on the android revolution. What makes this game so captivating is the deep choices you make throughout the story. Every decision can affect the outcome of the game in meaningful ways, from small interactions to life-or-death moments. The branching narrative is so well-crafted that it feels like you're making real moral decisions. The facial animations, voice acting, and visuals make every moment in Detroit Become Human feel alive. It's one of those games where you're not just playing, you're emotionally invested in the characters and their fates. If you love narrative-driven, choice-based games, Detroit Become Human is one you can't miss. At number 5, Titanfall 2 is a true gem in the first-person shooter genre. Combining fluid, fast-paced parkour with intense mech combat, Titanfall 2 offers one of the most exciting single-player campaigns in recent memory. You play as Jack Cooper, a rifleman who unexpectedly finds himself piloting a Titan, a giant war machine, named BT-7274. The tight, smooth gameplay mechanics make Titanfall 2 incredibly satisfying. You can sprint, wall run, double jump, and take down enemies in stylish ways. The relationship between Cooper and BT is what elevates the game to greatness, providing an emotional backbone to the action. From fast-paced gunfights to exhilarating Titan battles, Titanfall 2 has everything you need to keep you hooked. If you love tight gameplay with an emotional story at its core, Titanfall 2 is a must-play, and the campaign is something you'll remember for a long time. At number 4, we have Soma, a psychological horror game that blends science fiction with existential dread. Set in an underwater research facility, you play as Simon Jarrett, who wakes up to find that the world as he knew it has completely changed. Soma combines atmospheric horror with deep philosophical themes about identity, consciousness, and what it means to be human. It's a slow-burn thriller that forces you to confront your own fears while exploring eerie, unsettling environments. Unlike typical horror games, Soma doesn't rely on jump scares. Instead, it builds tension through its storytelling and eerie atmosphere. If you're into psychological horror and existential themes, Soma is one of the best experiences out there. Taking the third spot, Uncharted 4. A Thief's End is the epitome of cinematic storytelling in games. You play as Nathan Drake, a retired treasure hunter, pulled back into the world of adventure when his long-lost brother Sam appears. The game offers a perfect mix of exploration, puzzle-solving, and explosive action. The narrative is deeply emotional as Nathan grapples with his past and the cost of his obsession with treasure hunting. The visuals are jaw-dropping, and the set-piece moments are nothing short of spectacular. If you're looking for an unforgettable, action-packed adventure, Uncharted 4 is a must-play, and it stands as one of the best examples of linear storytelling in gaming. At number 2, we have Sifu, an incredible martial arts action game. You play as a young fighter seeking revenge on the people who killed your family. The catch? You age every time you die, getting older but wiser. The combat in Sifu is precise and fluid, blending martial arts with an unforgiving difficulty. Each fight feels intense, and the game challenges you to master each move and counter. The aging mechanic adds an interesting twist, making every death and every victory feel significant. Sifu isn't just about beating enemies, it's about learning, adapting, and becoming a true master of martial arts. If you love a challenging, skill-based combat system with a strong story, Sifu is a masterpiece you can't afford to miss. And finally, at number 1, we have the Resident Evil 4 Remake. This remake of the iconic 2005 survival horror game reimagines the classic in stunning detail. You play as Leon S. Kennedy, who is tasked with rescuing the president's daughter Ashley from a cult in rural Spain. The game takes everything that made the original great and improves upon it. Better graphics, tighter combat mechanics, and an even more engaging story. The pacing is perfect, balancing intense action and heart-pounding horror. The atmosphere is immersive, and the encounters with enemies are unforgettable. If you haven't experienced Resident Evil 4 yet, or if you played the original, this remake is an essential part of gaming history, offering the perfect combination of action, tension, and storytelling. And there you have it. These are the 10 perfect linear masterpiece games you must play. Which of these games have you played, or which ones are you looking forward to trying? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe to Tube Hugador, and stay tuned for more awesome gaming content.
I think the girls with their nails done now.